Buenos dias all, RGT85 here. Hope everyone's having a great day. We've got a couple stories going on that I want to talk about today on the channel. If this is your first time here, be sure to hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share. Hit the bell notification as well if you enjoy video game news. But without any further ado, let's talk about what's going on in the world of video games. And we're starting things off with a game that I'm really looking forward to. Honestly, one of my games of the year thus far has been Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. I keep playing the game. Like, it's the perfect game if I'm on the treadmill or something, just to hop in, play a couple levels online and like try to level up my characters and stuff. It's just such a great game. But there's another Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game looming on the horizon that a lot of people are interested in too, myself included, and that of course is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Cowabunga collection, which consists of various TMNT games from the NES to the arcade. So there's like NES games, you've got Turtles in Time, you've got Hyperstone Heist. There's a ton of games on here, and it looks like a really good compilation. We got an initial trailer for it, basically just reviewing the games and then what games were going to be available, and then there's been radio silence. But today we actually got an update on the game that's kind of flying a bit under the radar, but as someone who has played these games before and played them a lot, this is something I'm very excited for. Now, to be clear, we still don't have a release date yet, because God forbid they announce a release date for this game. You know, they like to do everything but that. Same thing with Shredder's Revenge. Like, we never got a release date for that game either until like right up until it was gonna happen. It was like, oh yeah, here it comes. And it's like, man, you could have told us a little bit earlier, a little bit more in advance. But I'm still hopeful that this game will come out sooner rather than later. I mean, it's a compilation game. Obviously, it's not all that crazy to put it on there, but a new trailer went up today that's basically showing some gameplay of the game, including the Bebop and Rocksteady boss battles from everything. That was pretty much the focus of it. It was uploaded on the official PlayStation YouTube channel. But I'm sitting there watching this footage, and like, as someone who's played these games a ton, something immediately jumped off the screen to me. Look at the lack of flicker in the NES versions of these games. Like, whether you're talking about, you know, the first game, which, you know, it kind of has its issues, it kind of has its problems, like beyond just the graphics being a lot smoother and a lot crisper, the lack of flicker is like night and day. Like, these NES games were definitely known for having a lot of sprite flicker, especially when there was multiple characters on the screen, you know, and they were still good games, especially like 2 and 3 on the NES. The first game, you know, people love that game for simply nostalgia, and that's cool. That's probably why I could still play it. But I'm very impressed with this, because they're not just re-releasing the games as like vanilla versions of the games. They're actually doing stuff to make the games look and essentially play better, because the game is going to play better when you have little to no sprite flicker on the screen. If you've played these games before, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you haven't played these games before, a lot of this is probably flying right over your head. But I just think everything looks like so much better. Like, even the frame rate of these games looks like it's running consistently better. Who knows? Maybe I will finally beat the first Turtles game now that it looks like the game plays properly. I wonder if they're going to do any gameplay enhancements to that game to sort of circumvent some of the issues known within the game to make it run a little bit better, you know, have it play a little bit tighter so that you could sort of enjoy it instead of just waves of enemies respawning and so much crap on the screen you can't even tell what's going on. I think this collection is going to surprise a lot of people. I think this collection is going to be freaking awesome. And I would not be surprised if this collection is right up there with Shredder's Revenge as far as my game of the year. I don't care. All right, it's my game of the year, not your game of the year. You can have all your weeaboo crap that you like to play. I like to play Ninja Turtles because I'm a giant child. Giant child who loves the Ninja Turtles. Let me know what you think of this gameplay footage in the comment section down below, though, because clearly if you're a retro gamer and you've played these games before, you know exactly what I'm talking about, and you probably understand why I'm so hyped. If you're a young buck who's never played these games before, get ready. They're a very fun time. And finally, Nintendo evidently is doing something big this week. I don't know, there's been a lot of YouTube channels talking about this. I've seen it on my timeline, I've seen it on my Twitter feed, and I'm just like, okay, that's a general statement. You're not really saying what it is or kind of what it entails. There's been some sort of speculation about stuff. Maybe it could be Mario Kart 8 Deluxe DLC announcements for the Wave 2 stuff. Is that really big? I don't know. But today they actually did something very interesting, and maybe this is what everyone was talking about. Maybe this was what everyone was hyping up, because they announced a brand new game for the Nintendo Switch that's coming out in 2022. When you look at the landscape for the Switch, obviously by not having a proper Nintendo Direct with first-party titles on there, it made things kind of up in the air. It's like, well, what's going on in the second half of the year? But now we know about at least one game that's coming out in the second half of the year. The game is scheduled for a summer release, and it involves Kirby. And they they really didn't give many details as to what this game is. I think I understand what it is, but I'm not 100% sure. So the game in question is called Kirby's Dream Buffet. They did an announcement trailer for it today, mostly CGI, but then they showed some gameplay footage. They said that the game is coming out in its summer of 2022, and then like there was no follow-up information as far as I could see. There wasn't a link to an official website to give more details on the game. So I'm pretty much just basing this on the trailer. Parts of it look a lot like Fall Guys. Obviously there are multiple Kirbys. Kirby, is that the proper term for multiple Kirbys? We're gonna say Kirby because I find that word to be funny. There's multiple Kirby on the screen, so obviously there's going to be some multiplayer environmental stuff with that. You could probably play with, can you play with 4 people? You can't do it in Mario Strikers. Maybe they fixed that for Kirby and or what the hell is it called? Kirby's Dream Buffet. But obviously Kirby is just like eating up stuff. You know, it looks like a fine little side game. Obviously, this is not going to be a full-on $60 release. Probably just a digital only game, probably, I don't know, 20 bucks or something like that. But, you know, it looks all right. I do like Kirby games. You know, Kirby as a ball, I think is a very good mechanic. When you look at games like Kirby's Canvas Curse on the Nintendo DS, like, I love that game. I absolutely loved that game. Having the stylus, drawing with the stylus, and making Kirby go on your path. Like, I thought it was a super good game. So I'm not saying that this game is going to be bad or anything like that. It probably will be some fun, but I'm not quite sure that this is like a big announcement. Like, a big announcement to me is something that's like, you know, a proper game, a $60 game, something that it would excite a lot of people, not something that's going to be a digital only game. But I do think this game could be fine, you know, as a supplemental title. You have to have supplemental titles alongside of your big titles, just in case your big titles don't end up being all that great. At least there's something else there. But yeah, I'm not going to get super excited about this game. You know, like I said, it's coming out in the summer, according to Nintendo. We're pretty much in the summer. Kind of weird to do a trailer for a game, say it's coming out in the time frame that you're in, but not give an exact release date. But I don't know, maybe Kirby fanatics are hyped about this. Maybe this will be game of the year. Screw Shredder's Revenge, screw Elden Ring. You got Kirby's Dream Buffet. Kirby in 2022, he's coming back. He's coming back strong. He's coming back hard. He's coming back pink. He's coming back fluffy with Kirby, because there's multiple Kirbys. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Alrighty, so that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to give me your feedback in the comments section down below. Are you excited for the Cowabunga collection? Do you think it could potentially be better than Shredder's Revenge? Maybe. And Kirby's Buffet. You know, I prefer my buffets to be the Golden Corral. I miss the Golden Corral. There's none around me nowadays. But I used to go there a lot because the food was good. I don't care what anyone says. I'm a Golden Corral stan. And as always, guys, thank you for checking out this video. If you are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share. Hit the bell as well. And as always, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Later.